Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I always like to start off when we have General McConville here, an update on his three kids. I can remember when they're all three captains. Now they're moving up, but still very active. What's going on there?
Well, they're very proud to serve. They're serving around the world in Special Operations Forces, and very, very proud of what they're doing. And I also have a son-in-law that's serving too. So we're trying to keep this recruiting effort going.
We'll count him too. Yeah, that's good. Well, I know how proud you are. About who?
Ask him about Patton.
Oh, yeah, and Patton. Don't forget.
Well, I'm very proud to have our first grandson. His name is Patton James Nanzer, and he's 6 months old, and we're real proud of him. And he's already got a hall named after him over at Fort Myer, Patton Hall. So we're pretty proud.
Okay, that's great. Well, as noted in my opening remarks, the Army unfunded priorities total $5.1 billion. And I guess the first question I would ask you would be, is everything on your list executable at this time?
Yes, it is, Senator.
As you highlighted, as I highlighted in my opening statement, it's my understanding that the Army's reduced end strength of 473, and it was talked about by both of you before, but it's driven by recruiting challenges. And I know that you've already talked about that a little bit, but it's something that's more serious than any recruiting challenge that I've experienced in the years that I've been here. In 2018, in this General Milley testified before this committee that we were shooting to get north of 500,000, which was recommended in this document, and that's in the regular Army. And last year you said, and this is a quote from you, said, I think the regular Army should be somewhere around 540 to 550,000. And now, despite the difficulty we're having right now, and the biggest problem that we're having, I think, is recruiting at this time. And we talked about that a couple of days ago in my office. And this is still, I believe, the most serious problem. In spite of the difficulty in recruiting the Army is facing right now, that we discussed just a couple of days ago, is it still your best military judgment that we require an Army greater than 500,000?
Well, Senator, I think we need a bigger Army. I stand by the comments I made before. But
I say that knowing full well the recruiting problems, everything that you're trying, and the efforts there. I understand that, but where does that leave us?
Well, I also think that quality is more important than quantity. And when we take what we have to do, to get after this is, as Senator said, is right now 83% of the young men and women that are coming into the Army are coming from military family members. And, it's nice that it's a military family business. We need this to be an American family business. Yep. We need to attract others. We need to expose others to the benefits of serving their country. And, again, what we're finding right now is 23% of Americans are qualified to serve in the military. So we've got to do some work in our high schools, and we have to do some work in preparing young men and women to come, because I don't think there's any better way to serve, and I think we need to have a call to service.
Okay, and I agree with that. And Madam Secretary, I know my time is expiring, but the conflict in Ukraine has revealed serious munitions production challenges that we have at this time, and I know that there's another member that's going to ask you about that, but just as an overview, what should be done to fix what I consider to be the second most urgent problem that we're dealing with right now?
Well, Senator, I think what we need to do is work closely with the defense industry to look at how we can help them address some of the supply chain challenges that they're having, for example. And the money that Congress, that you all are providing through the supplemental, will help us do that in terms of accelerating some of those production lines. And the Army has actually invested considerably more in ammunition in its budgets in the last couple of years, recognizing the criticality of the munitions issue.
Okay, well, you're going to have an opportunity to expand more on this urgent problem. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.